Hi friends, it's day number 9 of our 12 treats of Christmas. Today we are going to make some Rice Krispie treats, but we're going to doctor them up. We're going to make some cute little reindeer and some cute little trees. So in my pan here, I have 1/4 cup of butter just about melted. To that, I'm going to add 10 ounces of miniature marshmallows. And then we're just going to go ahead and stir those until all of our marshmallows are melted. Okay, so to our melted marshmallows and butter here, we're going to add some green food coloring. Just ignore the barking dog. Go ahead and turn off the heat. Stir that so it's well incorporated. This is obviously for the Christmas trees we are making. Okay, now to that we are going to add 6 cups of Rice Krispies cereal. All right, so here is this prepared pan I have. Like I said, I have the parchment paper, and it's just sticking out a little bit bigger than the pan. I have a spatula here. I have it all buttered, so hopefully it'll press down easier. And we're just going to go ahead and firmly press all of our Rice Krispies here into this pan. All right. All right, so I had dumped this all in the pan here, and now I buttered my hands really, really well. I just really slathered them up with butter, and now I'm just going to go ahead and firmly push this all into the pan. All right, let me go ahead and wash my hands, and I will be right back. All right, so now I'm just going to sprinkle some sprinkles on it. I think I'm going to do 2 different styles. So I'm going to put these little circles on one half. Of course, you can use any sprinkles you have. These are going to end up being like lights on our Christmas tree or decorations. All right, and then I think on the other half, I'm going to put these Christmas sprinkles. Okay, and I'll go ahead and press those down a little bit. You know what? I think I want a few more of these circle ones on it. And then we're just going to go ahead and let this set while we go make another batch of Rice Krispies to make our reindeer Rice Krispies. All right, so this batch we did it the exact same way. 1/4 cup of the butter, 10 ounces of marshmallows, adding 6 cups of the Rice Krispies. Again, it's the exact same as the last time we did it. It's just we didn't add the green food coloring this time. So we're going to get that all mixed together, and then I have a buttered 9-inch round pan here. So after I get it all mixed together, I'm going to butter my hand and press it into this 9-inch round pan. All right, so we have both of our trays of Rice Krispie treats here firmly pressed in, and we're just going to let these set until they're completely set up and ready to go, probably a half hour or so. All right, guys, we're going to work on the Christmas trees first because they're all set up. I just used the parchment paper to get them out of the pan. We cut it straight down the middle, and then we just cut it into triangles. Of course, that's going to be our tree. So for each one now, we want to take just a little pretzel stick and very gently insert that into the bottom. Okay. And then I have some white chocolate I melted, very, very low power in the microwave. I have it in a little pastry bag here. If you don't have a pastry bag, you can just use a Ziploc bag like I've shown you before. I'm going to cut the very, very, very tiniest tip of this off. So now I have these star sprinkles. Again, if you don't have the star sprinkles, that's fine. But I'm just going to put a little bit of that white chocolate that I melted up there at the top of the tree. Put my star on top. Okay. And then I'm going to take that same white chocolate and I'm just going to drizzle some garland on it. I might have to make my bag a tiny bit bigger. And there is our cute little Christmas tree, the first one. Isn't that cute? I'm going to cut my bag a tiny, tiny, tiny bit bigger. Not much. There we go. All right, so we're just going to go ahead. We'll take one of this one with this kind of sprinkle on it. We're gonna go ahead and insert a stem, pretzel stem. Okay. I will go ahead and put a little bit of my star on top, a little bit of the white with my star on top. That, and then we'll just go ahead and drizzle. Isn't that just adorable? So I'm gonna go ahead and finish all the Christmas trees, and then we'll be back to decorate the reindeer. I'm gonna go ahead and just lift this out of the pan. We had it pressed in nice and tight, so it's just gonna lift right out onto my cutting board. Now we're just gonna cut it into 8 equal portions like a pie. So we're gonna go right down the middle. All right, and we're gonna cut each piece in half again. And then each of these pieces in half. These ones are going to be our adorable little reindeer. Wouldn't the kids have so much fun helping you make these or having them out with some hot chocolate? I bet Santa would like these Rice Krispie treats too. All right, so now for the reindeer, I'm going to take one here. All right, so right here at the end, we're going to go ahead and put some of that white melted white chocolate that we had, and we're going to put either a red or a brown M&M, depending on if you want Rudolph or if you want one of the other reindeer. All right, and then I have chocolate covered pretzels here. You want 2 chocolate covered pretzels per each one. I made these myself. If you aren't able to make them yourself, you can certainly buy chocolate covered pretzels, or you can even just use regular pretzels that aren't coated with chocolate at all. Got these. I just got them at Walmart one time. I think you can at least get them around Halloween time, but if you can't, you can always get them on Amazon. So we're just going to add a bit of the melted white chocolate to put our little eye on. Isn't that cute? Now, if you want, this is completely optional, but in this little area between the antlers, you can put a little of your white chocolate and then just put some Christmas sprinkles in there, just to kind of give it some color and fill in that spot. Okay, we'll go ahead and take the excess off, and there's your cute little reindeer. So let me go ahead and do another one here. Have our reindeer. I'll go ahead and put a brown nose on this one. It doesn't need to be Rudolph. These are just regular sized M&Ms. Okay, we'll get our 2 antlers. Those on. And if you don't have white chocolate to attach these with, you could just use icing, even just store-bought icing. Okay, then I'm going to keep these ones down a little bit lower, I think. Put on his 2 little eyes. Okay, and then I'll go ahead and just give it some color up here on top. Aren't they cute? So we're just gonna go ahead and finish these now. Oops, we lost an antler. What do you like better? Do you like the Christmas trees or the little reindeer? I think they are both adorable. And I think when we have them on the tray together, they are just gonna look so cute.